Okay, so the tinsel, just to get it set up, you need to get a length, find the middle of it, so that you end up with the centre. Same with the next one. Find the centre, and then join the two centres together, and that'll give you the four arms of your cross. So you can, this centrepiece is not one that you'll have different, you've got different sort of stars, but basically just wire your star in the middle, and again just do one, you only need one twist around the tinsel, and then that's it. You've got two ears to poke up in through the ceiling panels, and then when you get to the shop you can then put two, you've got two each side, and you run them out. The baubles you'll put on the end of the tinsel. So you've just got the tinsel, here's your bauble that you made up before, and you just need a couple of twists, because remember you've got to pull these apart and make sure that the wires, I don't know whether you can see that, but make sure the ends of the wires are sort of tucked in, but tuck them in and don't squash the tinsel. So you want the tinsel almost hiding the top of the, preferably hiding the top of the bauble. So it looks pretty much like that. You don't want, you know, this much wire sticking down and the bauble hanging there by itself. And then when you wire that, you'll need another piece of wire. Sorry, when you put that in the ceiling, you'll need another piece of wire. So that will go into the panel of the ceiling. It'll swoop down to the centre of the star, so it'll swoop down, and your tinsel is longer than this, so you'll end up with that sort of, on each arm of the star you'll end up with that sort of look.
So it should go from the centre to the corner of the shop, right?
Well, from the centre, and it'll go out about 2 tiles each way. So this length on yours will be, on his will be longer, so it'll go out about 2 tiles, and again, or 2 panels, and again it'll go out 2 panels. So you just want it nice and even, so when you walk in you see this nice four-sided cross or four-sided star.
Can you just explain to Burke if some of the tinsel is squashed?
If some of the tinsel is squashed like this is, because it was either, probably this has been stuffed in a box too hard for too long. So you have to be careful with your plastic, putting them in, if you put them in plastic bags or boxes, that you don't stuff them in there and leave them there for days. They just need to be quite loosely packed. So if it is, you can see how it's a bit flat on some side. You've just got to work it up and down quite, you know, fairly vigorously, but you don't want to break it obviously, so you've just got to work it up and down until those flat spots come out.
But being new, you shouldn't have that problem.
Being new, you shouldn't have this problem. We're going to have this problem with some of our stuff here because it's been in boxes for a year, so we've just got to work it a bit. So
that it's nicely rounded.
So yeah, you want it nicely, you want a nice even, and this is still not coming up all that well. So that one there's better. You can see the difference. I think, at least from my side, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
It's very flat here, whereas this is mostly round.
Okay.
Probably just needs a bit more working, but it does take a bit of working to get it out. But don't leave tinsel sitting in the car in the sun. If you put it in boxes or bags, take a sheet to cover the boxes or bags, because if this gets hot, and particularly if it gets in direct sunlight, it'll actually melt. If you've got a 30-degree day locked up in a car, it'll actually all melt and go, and then it will really stick together, and you won't be able to rub it out.
And then what are some of the other points that you've written down?
Do you want to do another video?
We'll do another video.